Well, welcome back to the other Prince William podcast, where we spotlight the change makers who are making a difference in our community. This season, we are exploring stories of leaders, innovators, and visionaries who are tackling the challenges head on and creating lasting impact for Prince William County.
Absolutely. Today, we are honored to welcome our guest, Dr. Gary Jones. Dr. Jones is a dedicated community leader, educator, and advocate whose work has strengthened opportunities for youth and family across Prince William County. As the CEO of Youth for Tomorrow, Dr. Jones has helped guide young people toward brighter futures, connecting education, mentorship, and mental health services to help every child thrive. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, Doctor. I always say at everyone that there's this guy across the pond. He's going to be king someday. His name is Prince William. What are we going to be? The founding of Youth for Tomorrow a long time ago was the vision of a brilliant man, I think, Coach Gibbs, who became this amazing leader and on the field. And I think the spiritual leader and moral leader, I should say, of that organization. And his vision was to leave this lasting legacy for not only, I actually don't think there's anything associated with him necessarily, but really for our community. Like, how are we going to build and sustain the human condition in a positive way and lift up all boats? And he found you. He was so lucky to have found you as his first CEO. And you came on as kind of a thought leader at first, I think, help him shape kind of what Youth for Tomorrow would look like. And then you became the first CEO. That's all really, really serious stuff. That's not where we want to start today. Where we want to start today is actually what we ask every guest that comes on this show. And that is, do you have a favorite dive? Do you have a place you love to eat? Do you have a place in Prince William County where everybody knows your name? And they're always glad. Kind of the Cheers model, like what we're looking. It could be Semifredo. It could be Girani Coffee. It could be the McDonald's across the street because you love the teller. It could be anything you want. But is there any place that you love to go in this county?
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here, to share Youth for Tomorrow, and not only with you two, but with the community of Prince William. And it's truly a really grateful heart that I have for this opportunity. So thank you. My favorite place in Prince William County is the main street of Manassas. It's a small town atmosphere, nice shops, particularly for Christmas shopping. I also like, as most people, the Black Sheep. So that's where I look to for good times, nice times, good shopping areas.
And what a variety of flavors, right? If you got a taste for anything, you can find it there. So
I think, but the same theme. I think when you really peel back the skin of the onion, they are, everything he just said are all kind of one of a kind of places. There's no chains in the city of Manassas. Obviously, Black Sheep is a very, very successful, small individual owner, and beautiful. I couldn't agree more with your choices. Yeah, I love both.
So, Dr. Jones, you were sharing a little bit about your Midwest upbringing before we got started today, and you've dedicated much of your life to empowering youth. So, we'd like to know kind of what inspired your passion for service, for education, for engaging and assisting young people. How did you kind of get on that journey to where you are now at Youth for Tomorrow?
Well, I have always been oriented towards a Christian lifestyle from childhood on. And then I've often been intrigued with educational opportunities.
Hi, I'm Lovey Hamill. I'm CEO of Employment Enterprises. And we're so proud to sponsor the other Prince William County podcast in order for us to celebrate our 45th anniversary. You can find us at www.eeihr.com. Call us when you want to take the stress out of hiring.
I came out here to Washington, D.C., and I really fell in love with national politics for a short spell. I ended up at the U.S. Department of Education for 4 years, and that cemented my interest in making a career out of education. I will tell you that when I served on the Fairfax County School Board for 7 years, the State Board of Education for 8 years, when folks came before us to testify, asking for appropriations, grants from us, special dispensations for the children that need special treatment, I was really impacted by children who are less fortunate than most. And they brought a tear to my eye on many occasions. And then I've been very fortunate that my children and grandchildren are all very healthy. But there are a lot of children in this world and in this community that are not healthy. Some of them weren't even born healthy because of something that happened in the womb. Prenatal care is extremely important for successful health in a child. So all of those things put together led me to be open to Coach Gibbs's invitation to come and join him at Youth for Tomorrow. Now, how lucky can you be to work for the greatest coach in the history of the Washington Redskins, and a man who is deep in faith, a man who wanted to serve children and did serve children whatever community he lived in before coming to Washington. And here we are, almost 40 years later. We started with 4 boys in 1986 and got to 10, and then we got serious and decided that we'd expand our program and include girls. And now we have served 9,000 children in residential services.
That's incredible.
So,
That's
quick story, but
Do you ever look back at those first 4? Do you remember those first 4?
the first 4, I wasn't there for those. I came 2 years later when we had 10 kids.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I'm still in touch with them, or more likely they're still in touch with us. Coach Gibbs stays in touch with some of those as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But those 4 boys and the 10 that followed in the next 2 years, they still call, write, seek out our staff that is there now because they knew them as well.
Wow. We have seen Youth for Tomorrow collaborate with local schools, nonprofits, even law enforcement to provide wraparound services. Can you share a partnership or project that really stands out to you and one that made you think, wow, this is why we do what we do?
Reaching out to handicapped children, not the physically handicapped. We're not licensed to serve the physically handicapped, but those that are emotionally and psychologically traumatized. They're our specialty. And we have a special education school, secondary school. So we treat the children for educational limitations due to massive truancy in their lives, psychological and emotional abuse in their lives, sexual abuse in their lives.
OmniRide is your transportation provider for right here in Prince William County and beyond. We have lots of local routes in eastern Prince William, Manassas area, all of which are zero fare. We also have routes that can take you to the metro station zero fare for access into DC and points beyond. Just as important, we have our services on the I-66 and I-95 corridors if you need to reach the Pentagon, Crystal City, and of course our nation's capital. OmniRide is a proud sponsor of the other Prince William podcast.
Experiences I have had with children, more so than with organizations outside of Youth for Tomorrow, that have really inspired me to remain at Youth for Tomorrow.
As you look ahead to 2025 and beyond, what is next for Youth for Tomorrow? Are there new initiatives, community programs, or opportunities for your residents and local businesses to get involved?
I would like to see us become more involved in the community with our children. Now, we do things around Christmas in the community that our children are front and center with different locations of community organizations, senior facilities, try to brighten the lives of senior citizens over Christmas time. But we have to be careful that our kids know the boundaries whenever they go into the community, because many of them have been sent to us by court systems. So they have run afoul, made bad decisions. So that's one area that I think is on my radar. Another one is I would really like to see more of the community come to us. I mean, we look for opportunities for folks to bring their church basketball team to our campus to play our boys and girls, and we need to do more of that. Need more interest and cooperation from the community for that.
That's interesting. So in my work, I do a lot of like connecting organizations, and I'd never thought about that type of connection, that social piece that's really valuable as well. I love that. So you talked about the court systems referring children to you. How else do children find Youth for Tomorrow? Families find you? How do they get connected?
In many ways, okay? Social workers, insurance companies that pay for placements in a Youth for Tomorrow or some other private facility, government funding, meaning Medicaid. We're one of the few organizations that serve children through Medicaid. Most of the organizations don't like to do that. They don't like to fight the government regulations and the government red tape. But that's where we are. We continually seek ways that we can serve the children, whether they're sent to us because the court said, young man, you did a robbery or you assaulted somebody in the community, and we need to put you in a place where you can learn new values. And Youth for Tomorrow is where we want to send you. So judges send children to us, social workers, ironically, mothers call us, grandparents call us.
Wow.
Yeah. We need help.
Yeah.
I had a call one time from a grandmother, and she said, can you help me? I don't have any money. I don't have my son is dead, so I don't have my son. My daughter-in-law is in prison. I don't know what to do with my teenage grandson. Can you take him? I said, welcome home.
Yeah.
Okay, because we will take him. So we do those types of things, and those are the sources that call us and seek our willingness to bring in their children.
If I can just piggyback on that. So what does your capacity look like, Dr. Jones? I mean, I can think of so many children who need to be at Youth for Tomorrow. Are you all typically at capacity? Do you have space for new kids? Are you planning to expand?
No teenager has ever asked to come to Youth for Tomorrow. Okay?
Understood.
Because it means they can't be out at night. They can't drink when they want to drink, smoke when they want to smoke, whatever they smoke. So it has to come from a source. And I will tell you that we're almost always at capacity. We have 150 children on campus. We have not only a domestic program, but we have an immigrant program. So we're open to anybody that wants to reform their lives. And it has been one of the greatest experiences to see children from all around the country come to us, as well as the children right here from Prince William, from Fairfax, from Warrenton. I mean, so it's a metropolis itself who we serve. Ironically, we're almost evenly split between boys and girls, but we have 13 houses on our campus, and they're all open 24 hours a day for service toward our children and the families that want to talk with them. So it's really expanded from the day we had one house, we had one program.
Yeah.
Now we have 150 kids at one time on campus, 13 homes, and 8 regional offices. So it's really expanded, and we'll continue to expand the regional office concept for outpatient mental health services.
Dr. Jones, thank you so much for joining us today, for sharing your story and your journey with Youth for Tomorrow and all of the wonderful things you all do to uplift and strengthen our youth and our community as a whole. Thank you to our listeners for joining us today on the Other Prince William podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the Chamber's YouTube channel. Find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, subscribe, all the things. Also follow us on social media, on the Chamber's social media channels to stay up to date. Until next time, thank you for being with us.
We would love to give a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors, both OmniRide and Employment Enterprises. Thank you for their continued support of this podcast and their dedication to the Prince William business community.